What's going on, everyone? Time for more scale marching. I thought a little bit about the name Scalemarch. I mean, it's purely just a cool sounding kind of thing. It has no deeper meaning than that, really. But I'll pretend like it does. You know, the scale, because symbolically it represents each part of you marching along as you grow and develop into the person you are in the future. Every scale of your soul. It has a very deep meaning, you see. Today we're gonna add biome blending, which just means here. Let me do the showcase. So yeah, we're gonna add biome blending, and you can see right now if we go from like the crater floor tile to the cliffs tile, the transition is really sudden and like not good. So, but also at the same time, how are we gonna transition from like the edges here? I don't know. These can transition pretty easily. It's just, again, the borders will have to be standardized. Or will they? We'll see. Maybe there's some other thing I could do. I don't know. Then what I'm currently thinking about doing. Um, yeah, what alternatives do I have here? Like this is a different issue. This might be more difficult to solve because again, the shape of it's not using the same shader to begin with, so we might have to do something about that. We could use multiple tiles for this. Like we could have like magma bed or something like that, which this tile could turn into, and then on the perimeter we could have just cave floor or like what was it? Oh god. Crater floor, yeah. Which could then transition into these tiles. There's a few things we have to resolve here. We have to figure out how we want to get all of the different textures into the shader and then specify them. We'll probably end up using our GPU texture system at some point in all of this. Um, yeah, it's probably gonna look like assigning each type of terrain like an index, and then combining all of those into a texture, where each uh, biome texture's x coordinate, x UV coordinate corresponds to its ID, which we can then use to look up in the shader if we, pass it in using one of our texture things. Um, so something like that. And we can start working on this. Like, I already know the first thing I want to do here, because I feel like it'll be pretty useful no matter what, and that is to add a spawn rule that allows us to control the data. So, like, incorporate it into the resource workflow. Then we go to spawn rule, spawnrule.c++. We're going to make a new one. Layered spawn rule, noise rule. It's like a very simple one. Entity rule. Selector rule, shape rule. Maybe layered tile rule? That's probably fine. Yeah, let's duplicate this. I'm gonna call it data tile rule. And we're gonna need some parameters here. Make sure we change the name. This just allows us to, like, it's gonna just allow us to access and change the data. That's basically the purpose of this rule. So yeah, we want to get the name of the data we're accessing. So data key, and then float for the value. And then we'll create our stupid functions that we have to make that are very dumb and stupid. Sudo declare property, data key, string data key, sudo declare property, data value, change the constructor. All right, now we're going to duplicate this. Data tile rule C++. Wait, do we not have a function here? Oh, I think this is only meant to be used in the root right now. No, that doesn't make any sense. Is this the one we copied? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's like our layered spawn rule is not doing anything. Hmm. That is confusing. Maybe it's tile rule? Oh, yeah, layered tile rule. Okay. Shoot. Should we copy this one instead? No, I think we should be fine. Make sure we replace all of these. And then we'll get rid of what we don't need. Sudo register property data key string. Do it again. Float. Okay, then we have this initialize rule thing, which I don't think we need to override here. Same with the constructor. I guess I'll just keep it. Who knows? Maybe it's there for a reason. Hmm. Okay. Right, so with this, we're basically inheriting the previous data from the previous tile. Yeah, we can say new tile dot... Oh, do we have a reference to the spawner at this point? That'd be nice. Would be helpful. Hmm. No, maybe not. Spawn rule? Okay, we do have a reference to the spawner. Okay, I don't think this will break the multi-threading or anything like that. We can say spawner set data something, do something. Oh, it's the spawner context. I see. Hmm. Is there somewhere where we pass in the amount of oh no, that must be for the generation job. Yeah. Well, we could try using the index directly. Or we could pass in the hash map to each of the different spawner contexts, which is not ideal. Probably a good idea, though. What's up, Fan Wiggles? Hash map, string, float, string integer. We also need to see, I guess we have to separate into GPU data and CPU data. Yeah. The hell? Oh, okay, there we go. This is now the stream boat. Indeed, indeed. Alright, where are we initializing the context? Here we go. CPU data lookup, GPU data lookup. And what is this? String integer. Okay. So then we can say context CPU data equals CPU data lookup. I guess it can be the same thing. It might copy it anyways. I'm listening to Toot Toot Chugga Chugga Big Red Car on another tab on my laptop. I mean, that's valid, you know. Sometimes that's what you have to do. Alright, so now we should have a reference to that stuff. That song is from the Wiggles. When was the Wiggles? What is a wiggle? The Wiggles. Oh. I kind of recognize them. Oh my god, this is like... Oh, maybe I don't. No, I recognize the colors that they wear. Well, I'm sure the song has its merits. Sure, it's a good song. Look that up on Google if you don't know the Wiggles. I already did. One step ahead of you. Like, I remember the colors, but their faces look different for some reason than I remember. The Wiggles. Greg, Murray, Anthony, and Jeff. You'll have to catch me up on this advanced Wiggles knowledge. Or the advanced Wiggles knowledge. Do you know, within the Wiggles lore, how they may have decided who gets what color? Is it like their favorite color? Was it random? Did they spin a color wheel? These are the questions that must be answered. You want the origin of the colored shirts? Yes. Well, I want to know the origin of the colored shirts, and I want to know why they chose the colors they did for each person. So the GPU data, somehow we have to update the texture. Hmm. Indeed, indeed. Which I did not think of yet. The story will be in different parts since this is a stream. Okay. Oh. Expression must be a modifiable L value. Hmm. Interesting. Is this really not allowed? I could try turning it into a reference. Then I don't want the object to go to scope. Okay, I could try setting it directly. Also, I'll be back in like 40 seconds. I have to go check something. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. That was longer than expected, for sure. But it's fine. I can read the Wiggles lore. In 1992, a year after the Wiggles started, they wanted to have different colored shirts. Murray had a red shirt at home, and Jeff had a purple shirt at home. Greg and Anthony didn't have their shirts. Greg and Anthony went to a clothing store, and when they got there, they saw the blue and yellow shirts. Anthony ran to the shirts and got the blue shirt, and Greg's only option left was the yellow shirt. Story is done. All right, well, that's fair enough. There you have it. There's the origin. But why did they want colored shirts? You know, there's some questions left unanswered here. That's what I want to know. Also, I think what we're going to have to do here is make the hash maps like this. Stupid. Or no, I think it would be the vector of floats. CPU data equals new tile CPU data. Vector of floats GPU data equals new tile GPU data. Then we can just say CPU data instead of new tile CPU data. Are you serious? The hell? Oh. Oh. I see. Okay, well, we can set it directly that way. We're definitely gonna go for that. And then in this case, it's GPU data. But here we still have to do something that allows us to update the texture. Could we do? Let me check tile rule for a second. Do we have an initialize function somewhere? Yeah, then we pass in the context. Okay. Is there any way we could check if the GPU data has been updated in a specific spot? I mean, do we read anything back from the context ever? Not that I can see. We could have like a Boolean value that says like require GPU update maybe? Perhaps? But we'd have to reset that every time. I mean, that could work, I suppose. Spawn tile. Boolean require GPU update. I read the story. I saw the story Wiggles. By the way, that story is 100% true. Also, Greg still remembers the story. Yeah, so I read it. Do you know why they decided to have colored shirts in the first place? Or is that a mystery? Unresolved mystery for only the most collegiate level wiggleologists. Wigglesologists. You don't know? Alright, that's fair. So I guess we've kind of reached the frontier of Wiggles knowledge. This is the stuff they're studying in universities. Yeah, we just have to make sure we set it back to false whenever we check if it's true and then do something. So yeah, if I go to data fuel, and I hope there's a spot where we iterate over everything. Yeah, new tile dot fire GPU update equals true. Then we go back to our spawner. And where is it? Chunking. Ah, here we go. Data get count. So we could probably do something here. Yeah. Okay. If the dot require GPU update, c dot require GPU update equals false immediately. Wait, will that work? I don't know. Well, we can just move this down here. How about that? Or we could say, bool changed equals false. Changed equals true. Set that here as well. And we can say if changed, because that could, like, affect performance. Might as well add some sort of conditional thing there. Alright, then we can say... Oh, how do we know which index? Well, I guess we can just do all of them at once. Not a big deal. So, for int I in... Hold on. Int... Shoot! For int texture I in GPU data layers dot size GPU would it be textures or images? Probably images. Dot get texture I. Yeah, set pixel. Oh, how do we get the position here? I think I know. Data dot index to global index. Well, it's not, we're not looking in like a window, so we should just be able to get index. Oh, wait. Could it just work with this? I don't know. I guess we'll use data to position. Using I. And the color will be color c dot GPU data texture I 0, 0, 0. Hold on. Yeah, we're doing that for all of them. Okay. And it's only on the ones that require the update. Set pixel V. All right. That might do it. Maybe we can test it by setting one of the biomes on fire. So we could set the fire data to be 1. Would be a good way to test it, although we do have to build this. Let's get that going. This is going to take hopefully not too long. I was thinking a little bit about my next project yesterday, and I was wondering, like, how could I alter the music at different points in the game to reflect what's going on? And I thought, well, if I'm gonna, for the next project, make this AI system that can handle different NPC behaviors, why don't I also just use one of those AI brains for like a narrator that'll do different things depending on what's going on currently in the game? Like they can witness what the player can witness most of the time, and then based off of that, like the narrator can change the music and stuff like that. I also thought a little bit about how I might implement the chemistry engine for that project. But yeah, there's like multiple massive new systems that I want to create for the project. It's not that it would take a super long time to make, it's that it's new. It has to be like developed. Too many arguments. What? Oh, really? Are you dumb? Let me look at the source code. Uh, add signal. Oh, it goes into the method info, that's why. Okay, fair enough. Welcome back, Dino. Guess who is still trying to get their money back and get Gang Beasts? I think I know who. I think I know who it might be. Okay, once we have this, we should be able to get a texture of something. Then we need some way to like correlate that to the different IDs for the different terrain types. Or we could just make one texture and then just try and remember the IDs, although that sounds like a really bad idea. Steam still hasn't given me the money or the game. Were you using a gift card? Is that what happened? You used a gift card and then it worked, but it didn't work? What exactly happened there? Also, I'm just going to recompile with this part fixed. Oh, I didn't register the new type. Let me do that really quick. Register. Register types. Include spawn slash data. Data. Okay. Data tile rule. Okay. Data tile rule. And then the thing we were just trying to fix, I think, was in spawner. Correct. Yeah. Okay. Rebuild. They're saying the bank declined it, but I sent them the proof. Oh, the the proof they didn't today. So I used the money but didn't get the game. Well, okay, it's a gift card and the bank declined the gift card. Or was it a Visa? Was it a Visa gift card? Wait, also, the hell? We're being attacked. No, they think it's the bank account I used, but it's a master vanilla card. Okay. They think it's the bank account I used. I see. So the money went out of the account, but it didn't go into your Steam wallet. That is unusual. So hopefully customer support can help with that. Oh. Wait, I think it could still work. Hold on. I could send you the screenshot so you can see and help. It's probably nothing I can really do to help if it's like the bank doing I could hack the bank. I think you're doing everything you can. I suspect. Hack my money back. Inspect element. Steam money 1 million. You gotta click inspect element. Okay, you gotta get the free Robux downloader where the progress bar is a logarithmic curve or an exponential curve. No, what the hell? Hold on. Let me get my curves right. Hold on. I'm new to this. Yeah, where the progress bar is just a logarithmic curve that never gets to 100%. That's what you got to do. And then in infinite years you will get your money back. No, I remember when I was younger, I tried one of those free Robux hacks from I think the channel was called Robuxian. So God, it's just like massive grifter activity. But I didn't actually think it would work. I was just like, well, what if it does? So I just like sat there for an hour, fake loading screen. Exactly. This is not a scam. Exactly. Free Robux underscore gov.com underscore gov.io crypto Robux underscore gov.io slash gov slash index slash gov slash index.html. But I sent out a second message today. Yeah, I'm sure you can get it sorted out. I believe in you. Wait, did I run the editor? Drinking chalky milk. That's real. Underrated beverage. No, I don't want to say it's underrated. I guess it's just rated. But it's a good beverage. Yeah. Chocolate milk was like my favorite drink as a small child. Every restaurant I was like, "Give me the chocolate milk." And I would have like I was like the I was like an advanced critic of chocolate milks at different restaurants. Okay, you have the restaurants that give you like the kind you get you buy it buy the jug at the grocery store, and those were the cool ones because they just were like, okay, just give them the chemicals. But then you had those lame places which would take a glass of milk and then just load it up with Hershey syrup, but wouldn't put like any would put like barely any in, and then it would just taste like slightly different milk. Exactly, exactly. But you can make a serviceable glass of chocolate milk with just milk and Hershey syrup. It is possible. These things are possible. It's just most restaurants cheap out on the amount of Hershey syrup they use. So sometimes some restaurants would give you it by with cartons, little cartons you can drink out of, which it works fine. That's allowed. I never had like a gourmet chocolate milk though at a restaurant. At Applebee's, they give you the gourmet chocolate milk at Applebee's. Gotta remember when my nan made me chocolate when I went to her house. Chocolate milk. Well, I want to try one of those chocolate milks where you do like the chemistry to create the perfect chocolate synergy. Or like the hot chocolate videos where they make the world's best hot chocolate, but just for chocolate milk. I want to drink a cold glass of the world's finest hot chocolate. Is what I'm trying to say here. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Butterscotch milk. Hear me out. Hold on, that's probably already a thing. Hold on. Hot butterscotch. Butterscotch milkshake. Oh, well, butterscotch milkshake is gonna that's gonna be like divine. Flavored milk butterscotch. Added butterscotch. I feel like it could be really good. Caramel milk. This hot cocoa has a pinch too much salt in it. I need a better one, PK. I need a better one, exactly, yeah. It's raw. This hot chocolate is raw. Send it back. Yeah, let's try setting the forest on fire with our new system. Meadows. Wait, no. There is something I wanted to add. We have to add a reference to another tile that we can like add onto this. Hmm. Didn't we do something similar in the biome rule? Yeah, we just had something called rule. Okay. That's fine. Well, since I've used Godot a little bit, I finally know what I'm looking at, kinda. Well, that's good. Yeah, we have to copy this. Yeah, I think I know where we can go with this. Um, data tile rule, add this in here. We have like a basis rule. Pretty sure we have to initialize it. Yep. When do you think it is a rightful age to quit making content? When do you think is a rightful age to quit making content? What do you mean by content? Like art? Or YouTube content? I mean, you want to talk about right, like rightful, like morally right. There's no age where it's like morally right to stop making content. If that's what you're referring to. Like, yeah. Yeah, so I guess I'd just keep the same answer. If we're talking about video content. Sometimes society will just say random bullshit. Society will waffle and say things like, oh, after this age, you cannot do this thing. And it's like, well, why? Why, though? They don't ask the real question, which is what you gotta catch it when you hear that from society. You gotta catch it, okay? Reflexes, and you gotta say, wait, now let me compare this to my own system that helps me determine from the ground up, from scratch, whether something should or should not be done. Okay, so anytime there's something like that in society, you want to do that. You got to catch it and be like, wait, is this actually useful or is it just some bullshit? Society is a waffle you need to catch and compare. Yes, exactly. That is the correct information to get from what I just said. That is the correct conclusion to take away. Honestly, there is nothing inherently valuable about conformity. Like, even on the basis of, like, okay, just, like, be a normal person, just be, like, chill, you know? But at that point, it's not about conforming at that point. You're not being chill for the sake of conforming. You're being chill for the sake of being chill, which is, you know, its own thing. You should be chill, not conform. There's an 87-year-old man who live streams. You need to step up your game and age 80 years. Yeah, I mean, veteran. That's a veteran right there. Streaming veteran. Life veteran. There is no normal. Life lessons with PK. Exactly. Normal is made up. You don't want to look at you don't want to do what's normal. You want to do what's useful to society and the people around you and yourself. Okay? Also, the ad break is about to start 3 minutes. I'll be back. I have probably more to say on this. But yeah, that should run in a second. Speaking of doing things that help society, let me run this ad break. Do a normal person out? Kinda. Yes and no. I'll address that when I get back. No, Dino, you don't understand. It does help. It does help. It totally helps when the incentives people have for the technological development of society is not actually to help people, but to make money. It's very, very helpful. Now there are two of me? Wow. Duplication magic. Yeah, so now it's flipped. Yes and no. Um, is there like an aesthetic deterrence from being an NPC and following the norm in some circles? Is that a cultural component? Yes. Have we become actually more like socially what's the right word? Like less stigmatized? Yes. In more ways than not, I would say over time. It's like a natural tendency there over time. But there's still plenty of like unaccounted, unhelpful like norms that just exist to be stupid and be dumb. I think it's fun for some people to be normal, but I think it's cool to be weird. I think you can be cool or be weird as long as you're a good person. I think you can be whatever you want as long as you're a good person. I think it's more important to be a good person than anything else, is what I'm saying here. What's up, Redstone? But yeah, I mean, now if I think about it, norms for the following norms for the sake of norms, like I think is something we should try to abandon as a society, because then you're not teaching a man to fish, so to speak. You're just giving him the fish. Hey, here's a behavioral prescription. Do this thing. By the way, we're not going to tell you why it's important, so that when you actually have to come up with new behaviors and behave in a more dynamic way, you won't know how to do the right thing, which is why, someone may not outright insult someone in like a social gathering, but then they'll go out onto the freeway, drive 80 miles per hour and then tailgate someone, 8 feet off, 6.5 feet off their bumper, okay, like a maniac, and then like, aggressive driving. Because they're just following the social contract for the sake of following the social contract. They don't understand why it's important. So we need to instead instill ideas of humanist ideas, I guess, fundamentally is what we're getting at. What creates the best outcomes for human society? But I will go one step further and say consciousness. Although right now, I mean, it's kind of synonymous. No, we should get ready. We should get ready for when the aliens arrive. Also animals, to a certain extent. I got more art to finish. Ah, I see. My game, yeah, also very relevant to this conversation, car bricks. I just somehow, yes. PK, could you do a review, like the most brutal and honest review of what? Brutal and honest review. I'll do honest review. The trailer? Okay, sure. Of car bricks? What? Car bricks trailer? Just dropped. Okay, well, we gotta start with something then. We need a goal. What the hell is going on with my hair particle effects? Give me 10 minutes? Alright. Gotta fix something? Okay. Yeah, I've actually thought about, like, on a macroscopic level for society, as we abandon certain old mechanisms for standardizing people's behavior, I thought about what new things we might want to supplement with to create the ultimate best moral outcome. And I think it would be something like that, just making what we're teaching people as rooted in humanism as possible. Time to send the art to myself so I can open it on my laptop. So, I mean, I've been there, sending things to myself through email, using the cloud. I'm using 19 gigabytes of RAM right now. Oh, jeez. That's a lot. Wait. I either have 16 or 32 gigabytes. I think I have 32, but 19 is a lot. I have 32, yeah. It's definitely going to slow other things down for sure. Although I don't know how much like an average video game uses in terms of RAMs. Yes, I think we'll use this as like a reference. Um, data rule, data tile rule, .c++. Yeah, instead of using just the last tile, we'll reference the generated one. So this will allow us to create a continuous chain of resources, which will allow us to like do something before we apply the tile data. Actually, I need to send myself two things. Gotcha, Dino. .100% not fan art? Of course, of course. I trust you. It's gonna be just a dinosaur related art about dinosaurs. This is the real and true. This is the true. Okay, may or may not be checking something on YouTube as this is loading. The real time monitoring. Wait, what? Hold on, I'm sorry. My YouTube recommended has blessed me. Junie is back. Scene Spy Kids 4. I'm definitely watching that later. Um okay, is it gonna load? What? Can we just take a moment to recognize Spy Kids as the greatest movie franchise of all time? Now I feel like my memories of Spy Kids is actually pretty fragmented. Like I kind of remember I remember the scene where they go into like the mansion or like the modern architecture house and they like they put a burger, they grow a burger, they grow money, they 3D print a burger or something like that. I was like, when I watched it, at the time I watched it, I was like, whoa, that'd be sick. I want one of those right now. I still do. I want to 3D print. I'm gonna print money. No, but then the one I remember the most is Spy Kids 3, which, obviously it degraded somewhat in quality. Be right back. Gotta use the restroom. Don't do anything epic. All right, Dino. And then there was Spy Kids 4D, where you could like use the scratch and sniff card in like the theater. I don't know. The 4D movie thing is stupid. Unless it's done well, unless you go to like one of those amusement parks and it's like Shrek 4D and you're like on the wagon or whatever, and you can feel your seat like knocking you around, giving you spinal complications. It's awesome. What is it, Redstone? Who doesn't want to have a movie shake them? You better be completely honest and brutal ASF. I will be utilitarian as I can in my commentary on your trailer on the basis of how well it will market the game, how excited it'll get people to check it out. Okay, as someone who has done no marketing and very little social media stuff, well, hasn't been super successful with social media stuff. This is my first time editing video. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you have. Yeah, if we go to the Meadows biome now, we should be able to do this. Where are the trees? It's iron ore. Bush. Should be the tree. Alright, we're going to copy this. Clear it. Then we're going to put down a data tile rule. We're going to set fire to 1. Then we paste this. And that should be the setup. This is just a sandbox trailer as the mining mode isn't done. Gotcha, Redstone. There's a mining mode? Okay, that's exciting. Have you ever had that one after school nap and you wake up sweaty and it's dark out? Like you're in the dream world? I've had after school naps. And sometimes it's been dark out. Like you're in the dream world. Can't say I've had that specific experience. It's more so like, oh my god, 2 hours just went by. What the hell? I'm not gonna be able to play Minecraft now as long. What the hell? And then I get angry. I've never been much of a napper. It stops me from being on my Minecraft grind. Okay, if this works, then all of the trees should be set on fire. Well, I have, and I just get confused. Mining grind, exactly. I can see how it's confusing when you're first waking up. Your brain needs to... Okay, well, that worked. Cool. Everything is on fire. No errors, which is nice. Alright, we have cactus now. Wait, those trees aren't on fire. What the hell? Oh. Yeah, forest fires. You should add that for fire to spread. I will add that at some point, I hope. It's gonna have to be some sort of multi-threaded thing. Or, parallelized thing, at least. I think it could run on a single thread, but one that's separated from the main thread, and then update it every 1 second or like 2 seconds maybe, and then do like updates based off of that. My God, what the hell? I mean, I guess maybe the texture isn't large enough. But this should work well enough for testing purposes. Okay, let me launch the editor again. This sucks. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do this from here. How we're going to accomplish this. I could also, I have to remember I can use tile profiles to help with this. Yeah, which can or cannot inherit from each other if we want. Yeah, it would probably be useful to add a tile profile here, I would say. Would that give us some sort of access to the tile information? Perhaps? Viscosity, auto ignition, temperature, voltage, durability, on destroy. I think we will create a bit of a inheritance hierarchy here. Let me call this terrain tile profile. Extends tile profile. Class name terrain tile profile. What the hell? Cyclic inheritance. Wrong. I got the art slash vid of me making the art on the Google Slides. Nice. Get the real time, the devlog. Do you already have something called terrain tile profile? I don't think so. Oh, what? What the hell? Let me know when I should send it to you. If the art is, do you mean the final art? Is it done? Then you can send it now. I can look at it now. Wait, can I use tile profile here? It's on the PK slides. Let me see. Let me see. Is it the second one? Hold on, let me. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can full screen it. And then the video of you making it. And let me look at the picture. Inspect hacker mode. No, I tried doing this before. Slideshow mode. There we go. Okay. Oh. Move this over here. Slideshow. Okay. Check it out. This is me getting kidnapped by a ghast, I think. I think that's me. Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool to look at. This is how I would react if an interdimensional hell creature picked me up randomly and took me into an alternate dimension. This is probably the sort of face I would be making. This is cool, Dino. Thank you. The vid is the time lapse. I'm watching it. I went through it quickly, but I can see the artistic process coming about. The drawing is good. Good drawing. Yeah, good stuff. Thank you for making fan art. This is the first fan art I've ever had. Like, first series of fan arts. You're the first person to make fan art. It's not an easy shape to represent. I have a gift for you too. Is this the trailer? Trailer test 1. And let me turn the sound output up. Alright, let's this is the trailer for Car Bricks. The real-time reaction. Okay.
You know what I like more than
Oh god.
grilled
Whoa,
cheese
jump
sandwiches?
scare.
You know what I like? You know what I like to do? You know when I like eating my... Hold on. It's almost there. You know when I like eating my grilled cheese sandwich the most?
This really happened.
When I'm driving my car in Car Bricks, sponsor of today's video.
I mean, that's good. Mr. Beast! So, obviously, adding me into the trailer makes it infinitely better, but on a more serious note, I guess you could improve the editing, like, quality to make it look more official. I don't know how important that is. I think what I should talk about is the utility of the trailer in terms of audience. So, right now, I think the audience you are catering towards, yes, infinitely better, is one that likes to build cool creations and tinker and just see what they can make. Just see, oh, can I get the physics right on this thing? However, you could be catering to other audiences that are adjacent to that, similar audiences, like maybe there's an audience who wants more like sandbox elements, an audience that might want, or no, an audience that might want more interactions with like the world. So like the mining stuff, an audience that might be interested in infinite terrain or graphics, like graphics stuff. Um, like the main thing, the main reflexive thing I want to say is that it kind of feels like the game is already exists based off the trailer, I will say. I mean, obviously, there's not another game that's exactly like your game, but based off the trailer, if we're talking about marketing, I, as someone who's played a lot of those kinds of games before, I'm kind of like, well, there's not much new happening here. Uh, is what I would say. Um, I think the pacing of it is good. But yeah, I think one thing you could do if you're adding more interaction elements where the world actually is dynamic, I think a lot of the engineering type games ignore that. So I think you could, if you're going to add that into your game, I think you would not only get an advantage if you added it into the game, but also it would reflect in the same way if you represented that in the trailer. So, like, I saw you had a catapult thing. Maybe in a later trailer, you could have the catapult launching into the side of a mountain or something and destroying the terrain. Something like that would be, I feel, much more exciting to players and sort of separate it a little bit more. What's up, Mariano? Um, and to be honest, I'm not sure if I should be in the trailer. Just in terms of like marketing. I mean, it's great. It's a great moment. Maybe you could have it like a very small way. But if you're gonna show it to the public, they're gonna be like, who the hell is this random person at the end? I think you have to be more serious in that to put me in the. Maybe you could have like a second meme trailer where I'm in it, or like I could be represented in the development somehow. But I think for your actual trailer that you release to people, I don't know if you should have the clip, the full like 15-second clip with no extra editing at the end of it, which is unfortunate for me. When did the ending? It reminded me of the ending of the video. Reminded me of those random videos where it's like, and that's how my mom died. But do you want to make sure your data doesn't die? Oh yeah, thanks to our sponsor. Yeah, well that's the point, Dino. I was ironically mimicking one of those. So I think you picked up on that. I think my public speaking skills there paid off. So you were getting the right idea. Basically, the one thing I'm gonna clarify with that is that it is ironic. Which maybe you understood. Yeah, those public speaking skills. I can imitate Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship to a T. Yes, I fully have to get this cord off of me. Ah! I skipped those ads. God, I'm so glad I do it. Me too. I do it too. The right arrow key. It's a beautiful thing. No, but it's good you have a trailer. That means things are moving along. I would say the quality of the trailer is one thing. The techniques you use for marketing are another. Like the trailer is just one facet of it. Um, I think really the biggest thing is to add more content to the game, more types of content as well. I think that'll get people more excited. If I really have to simplify and boil it down to one thing. So again, like I said, maybe the catapult launches into a mountain, causes some sort of terrain destruction. Maybe you have a crane item that you make where it's picking up some sort of metal scraps that you have to turn in for a mission. Um, you know, showcase the things that make your game unique. Showcase, do like the whole, typical, oh, this is an engineering game bit, but then also showcase the things that make your game unique. I have an extension that skips them for me. I gotta get one of them. I remember YouTube is like, well, has been attacking different ad blocks. So my various ad blocks that I've been using have been going in and out of functionality. I'm disliking YouTube more and more recently. The algorithm shows me always the same, and ads are becoming unbearable. I feel like my YouTube algorithm, like, it's showing me the stuff that the algorithm, it's showing me like slop. Okay, it's just showing me stuff that I would watch, not necessarily stuff that I would want to watch, if that makes sense. Which has just always been a problem with the algorithm. Like, if I could, it could be better. The algorithm could be better, for sure. Like, there are some creators I've discovered, and it doesn't happen very often, where I'm like, okay, wow, I actually really, really like this. But most of the recommendations I get aren't that. It's just like some random tech YouTuber video or some devlog, some Mr. Beast video, just like, content. Do the Raid Shadow Legends meme. I don't believe you can. I don't believe you can. I 100% did not spend time trying to spell legends. True. It shows me things I would never watch, like sports or people doing weight benching. Yeah. I don't know if I've had that specific problem with like completely. Let me just. What if I go to my YouTube algorithm recommended page recommendations? Um. Oh God. Yeah, TV show clip. Um. Northern Line clip. Movie clip. I guess it's vaguely representative of the stuff I watch. But yeah, I'm not getting anything that's just completely irrelevant. Trying to type a simple word is true pain. Yeah. Oh, wait, do the Raid Shadow Legends meme? Do say like, oh, this is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends? Say that? Isn't the game like horrible? Not saying that as like a counter argument, but I'm like as its own tangent. Isn't the game just ass? That's what I've heard. Yeah. It's not ass if they decide to sponsor me in the future though. No. You should download it for a stream and play it. Oh my god. Basically just insult it. Oh, just like get angry at Raid Shadow Legends for 4 hours. Get progressively more angry. Like, wait, this is the 7th ad I've seen in an hour. What the hell? Raid Shadow Legends is garbage and nobody should play it. Wait, I'm just getting like all the same heroes in the same order as this thing. I don't know how Raid Shadow Legends works. Just get like pissed off. Watch ad to revive. Don't die. Watch ad for 10 raid coins. Not even sure what the gameplay loop is for Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, what were they even trying to do? What are they even trying to do with Raid Shadow? Get all these YouTubers to say, hey, play this game? It's probably just like a... Like... I don't know. I guess they probably just tried to make an addictive gameplay loop. I wish watching ads was a thing. It's basically pay to lose. I'll be watching something very serious, then it will go, while their armies are failing, you can play Raid Shadow Legends. Thanks. Yeah, exactly. Loot boxes everywhere. Oh, yeah. Pay to lose. So if you don't pay, do you win? Or do you at least not lose? God, it's so sad. So sad. You lose your money. That's true. You lose in the game of life. That's what you lose in. Let me just look at like Raid Shadow Legends gameplay. I want to play one of those like fake mobile ad games. It looks like if you asked an AI to make a visual representation of every like what is this genre called? Like turn-based fighting game, party fighting game, and you just made an image of all of them like combined. Like you've got the circular buttons with the particle effect things. Yeah, it's all there. It's like you went to like a corporate meeting and said, "Hey, let's how do we make a game in this genre?" And then that was the result. We'll get a bunch of YouTubers to sponsor to like do ad reads for it. It'll be awesome. Is there any particular part of the trailer that needs work? That's a good question because I did not give any specific moments. I'm about to fall asleep like Jeff, aka the original Purple Wiggle from the Wiggles. That's true. This is a Wiggle moment, I would say. This moment can be connected back to the Wiggles for sure. Redstone. There were like some. I feel like the trailer had some awkward editing in the beginning when it was first starting up. Saw like some different effects. I wasn't sure what was going on there. It kind of like that might require some polish. Uh, yeah, most of my recommendations there are like broad sweeping. Hmm, don't know. Maybe this is not the correct way to do it. How do we currently set our shader parameters? I know we're doing it somewhere in Canvas, which is stupid. Effect sprite dot material. Okay. You see. We're not even setting it on the tile necessarily. Well, this could probably be something we do through the tile profiles. Yeah. But how though? Yep. We could go through all of our tiles and get ones that have profiles attached to them, I guess. Hmm. Or we could add it in here somehow. God, I don't know. How? Maybe I'm misinterpreting the usage of tile profiles. Read the end of what I'm about to send you. Okay. Wrong thing. Okay. So we could incorporate it into the tile profile somehow, just like an initialization method. Hmm. Yeah, I guess we could do it in the ready function. For we have to get the tile data somehow. Tile set. Is that a thing here? Tile set. Tiles. Source. Can we get, okay, get source count. For source index in tile set, get source count. Uh, for tile index in tile set, get source ID dot get tile tiles count. Okay, well we might want to cache this then. Var source equals get source. Source get tile ID data. Um, data here maybe. Get custom data layer by name. How do we get the value on a non-placed tile? Tile set. Um, data. I could try this. It just returns the integer. Do they have to be instantiated first? What is tile layout? No, I think that's something else. Tile. Does it have to be a specific type? Let me look it up. Gitto tile set source. Tile set atlas source. Scenes collection source. What is that? Get tile data. atlas coordinates, source, get tile, get tile ID, tile index, alternative tile 0 dot custom data profile. While I try to do something, enjoy tomato soup. Okay, that is. I will keep that in mind. I'm gonna make a dictionary here. Okay, that's Dino. You're sending a lot of messages. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but we want to keep the chat spam free, possible. It's a meatball recipe. Oh well. Yeah, why don't we make a dictionary, but we would call this profiles. Thanks, Dino. Var profile equals that as file profile. Also got your redstone. No more big text. Thank you. Profiles dot insert. Okay, profiles p dot get RID should be fine. Equals p. Gang beasts again. When, by the way? When I'm back. Gang beasts again. When, by the way? When I'm back. I don't know when the next gang beast stream will be. I might switch to Mordhau. Maybe I'll do like one more though in the near future, because I know you guys are like excited about the game. Excited about playing it. Oh my god. No. Yeah, there's some other checks I have to do here. If not, profiles dot has profile get RID. Dino. What is that? You just said no more big text. Does this not qualify as big text? Okay, the ASCII art, if that's how you say it, I mean, if you send it during the right time when other people aren't trying to talk, then that's fine. But like the sending entire Wikipedia articles probably don't do that. Okay. It's my fault for not establishing that before. But now you know. Okay. So the ASCII art, time and place, Wikipedia articles, universally banned. Try to turn it down a bit. No, you don't even have to necessarily turn it down a bit. Just don't do those things specifically. Or do those, just make sure your behavior follows those guidelines specifically. You don't have to turn anything down. What if it was tiny? I mean, that would be better. The issue with sending just massive things in chat is one, it like blocks the screen over here, but also it makes it harder for people to get in what they want to say. And it just generally clutters things up. However, with the ASCII art, I understand that it could be, a cool thing. So, I mean, there's you know, there can be a time for it. And lag. If it causes lag, yeah. Okay, so now we can initialize it here. Function initialize pass. Go to our terrain tile profile. Can override this. Okay. Go to tile map. E.initialize. Now what? I do not know. We're getting somewhere though. We are getting somewhere. I guess I could also put it in the tile profile, maybe. Oh yeah, you know what? That could be good. That could be good. Oh, I still don't know how I'd manage the texture though. Hmm. Could do some sort of a singleton thing in tile data, perhaps, or a static thing, maybe. Yeah, this could work. Okay. Yeah, it would be kind of organized. It would be pretty organized too. Um, right, here's my idea. We're gonna have a static. I think you can do this. Static variable texture array. Oh God, what happened, Dino? What's going on? Can we make an image array? Hmm. Maybe I should make it just an image? Also, could we have like a post initialize function, maybe? Perhaps. Found something terrifying? Oh no. That's, I can see how that could be considered terrifying. I don't like the eyes. Yeah, it is a bit haunting. I'm going to run the ad break. So I'm gonna pause the stream for 3 minutes and I'll be back after that. I think I have a plan here. I have a plan. I gotta think. I gotta think. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Okay, I cracked the code, kinda, partially and kinda. I think we want a static initialize function as well. So we can do like a one-time thing for all terrain tile profiles. That is the idea. I don't know if you can inherit a static method in the same way you can a non-static method. Static function, static initialize. I guess we can see. Maybe not. You don't have to, though. Okay, maybe not. Oh. Seems like we're getting something. I don't know. I don't really know how the inheritance works. Yeah, I guess we can also check. How do we get the script? Script. What is that? What does that tell us? Can we get a global name? And we could probably reuse the same profiles thing here. Not profiles has the global name. How do we call static initialize? Found a cool font? Nice. Oh, that is a cool font. It's glitched looking. It is. Kind of like, kind of like enchantment table language. Is that glitched looking? I don't know. Enchantment table language. No, it gives off the vibes of glitched looking to me because when you look at it, it's like emitting off of the enchantment table. Not exactly why it brings up that association, but it does. Maybe it's like the patterns on the language. Yeah, how are we going to call a static function through this? Wouldn't we call it on the script? Hold on. Terrain tile profile dot initial. Okay, static initialize. So can we just call it on the script? 'Cause I think that would be the same thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could handle everything through the tile profile. Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, this will work really well actually. You want enchanting table language? I got you. I'm excited. We have to set data or update layer. Oh, okay. Okay. Texture to the array. Very fancy, Dino. I like it. Let me look up Godot how to create texture 2D array from code. Create from images. Texture array. Create from images. But we have to have images first before we do that. I know the internet's ways. Indeed. Indeed. Okay, we need like a post initialize. Shoot. Or I guess we could do it after the fact. This has to happen after all the instances. So we could do it in a function that happens after ready. What about enter tree? Sudo node. Enter tree. Underscore ready. Call when the node is ready when both the node and its children have entered the scene tree. If the node has children, their ready callbacks get triggered first. Okay. Can we just use call deferred? What's up, Redstone? Does enter tree always call before ready? If the node has children, its enter tree callback will be called first. I feel like it should. So maybe I'll move into enter tree. It's the first thing that happens. Okay. I think that'll work. Okay, we do want to separate these. Profiles static. Or the rest of the leftover chicken. Nice. That is a W moment. Oh, and let's also set it to the script. For profile static in profile static. I finished my chalky milk. Good. Well done. Well done. This is big. I guess I have to call this static post initialize. Lame. Do I get golden star sticker? You do. Spiritual golden star sticker. I'm going to the shop store to get chalky milk. You've inspired Redstone. This is I'm just gonna say that okay, my days of going to the shop and getting a jug of chocolate milk are not over. Okay, I'll probably do it a couple more times within my life. All right, it's, you know, this is allowed. Is chalky milk normally cheaper than normal milk? Eat sticker. Yes. Is chalky milk normally cheaper than normal milk? Probably not, I imagine. Eat sticker. That's so true. I'm looking around for stickers. Well, I mean, more would go into the production process, I imagine. Right? Because you gotta make it chocolate. You gotta add the chocolate to it, which would naturally increase the cost. And it's also less of a necessity, which means it becomes more of a luxury item. The same amount of milk is €1. 1 pound. I don't know symbols. Is it pound or euro? I think it's pound. 80 pound. That is not a euro. It has an E, so it means it's a euro. Come on. Hold on. Euro symbol. Euros aren't even real. It looks so... It's similar. They're similar. They're both E-shaped, okay? You don't... I'm American, okay? My brain's allowed to be confused. I guess I just have to remember that the pound symbol is, like, fancy. And then the E is... Okay. The pound symbol is serif. The euro symbol is sans serif. Okay. I feel like that's fair. I feel like this is a fair characterization. What the hell are we doing here? Static post initialize? I'm going insane. And have methods for every thing ever. Make sure we add it here. So we get a little bit more information when we override it. At least. Markiplier status. Let me check this out. Markiplier status. Oh, this is good. This is good. Hey guys, just want to let you know how proud I am of you. You're really killing it out there, and don't let anyone tell you different. Here's some chalky milk because you're epic. I mean, that's... You know, these are the things. The little things in life. These are the little things. The spices of life. Sometimes you just want to drink liquid sugar, okay? Let the people drink their stimulants, okay? Strawberry milk, banana milk, I don't know. Gang Beasts when? Within the next 4 streams. How about that? How about that? We'll do another Gang Beast. We'll do another Gang Beast moment. Maybe not a very long one, but we'll do another Gang Beast moment. It's just I've kind of exhausted all the YouTube shorts I can make from that redstone. Although it is fun. Maybe I could, maybe I'll do it more in the future as like a just chatting thing. But maybe not literally stream in that category, but functionally it will be a just chatting stream. Can people do that? Is that like a thing people do? Is like play a game but stream and just chatting? Yeah, I feel like that's not outside the bounds of like what is acceptable. 3-year-old me eating the yummy chemicals under the sink after being left alone in the bathroom. It's true. Eat the Play-Doh. Okay, does it do the thing? No. Sugar isn't enough, exactly. Exactly. Let me be real for a second. Okay, Dino's gonna be real. I've eaten Play-Doh. Yeah, me too. I have as well. Okay. I'm not a fake Play-Doh enjoyer, okay? Okay, everyone has had Play-Doh. If you haven't had Play-Doh, this is proof you're crazy. If you haven't eaten Play-Doh at some point in your life, there is something mentally insane about you. This is true. We all are Play-Doh eaters. We are all Play-Doh eaters. Don't want to misrepresent this. We have had a good childhood, exactly. it's so hard like to not see it as edible. You know, dough, bread. It's not fair. It's colorful. It has the same lighting characteristics as an edible thing. You know, Play-Doh was originally invented as a wall cleaner, and then they made it into like a toy. Why can't we make it into a food item? I remember walking around licking / eating a thing of Play-Doh. I like the saltiness. Oh my god. Like keeping it on hand to reuse. Oh, jeez. I don't even want to say my Play-Doh experience because I feel like it's the worst possible way to do it. Let me just say, let me just say about my as the young Sheldon 6 year whatever I was at the time. Okay, the 5 second rule applied, the 10 second rule applied, the 5 minute rule applied, all the rules applied. Okay, that's all I'll say. That's all I'm gonna say. Now we know why Dino is so specal. Look, it gives you powers, okay? You think I haven't indulged somewhat? All right, this is the real life Compound V. You will get superpowers if you eat Play-Doh off the floor. If you don't understand, how could you? Exactly, exactly. Okay, you think in order to do what I'm doing right now, it does not require it requires you to not it does not require you to eat some level of Play-Doh? No. Okay. All right, there's other versions of it, drinking from the water hose. Let me tell you 2 kitchen stories real quick. All right. Based off that sentence, he definitely ate Play-Doh. One time, all right, because I just had to get the superpowers going. Yeah, I guess I wasn't very curious, you know. I just did it one time and I was done. I was like, okay. New memory created. I still remember. I still remember what it's like. This was when I was at my old house when I was little. Like one of them I have been. Oh, I see. So I ate raw sticks of butter. Dino, I'm gonna be real with you, okay? I'm gonna be real with you. I okay. Didn't the boxcar children do that? Hold on. I'm not crazy. Stick of butter, not eating it like a banana. Sometimes when I am distributing butter, okay, I feel like this is fine. Sometimes when I'm distributing butter, like on my bread or something, I will just, take a little slice for myself, remind myself what the taste is like. I ate it like a banana. Oh no. Oh, it's so conceivable too. That's the thing. Like I can totally see many people doing that in their formative years. One time I ate 30 bananas. Oh my god. Isn't that like how did you get radiation from that? Don't bananas have radiation? Ate half a stick. Oh my god. Stole all the bananas in the house. They're like, all right, you take all the bananas. You're like, they're gonna be so surprised. Or like, I don't even, how do I frame this? Just wait until they see what comes of this. My mother was back from the market and they were on sale or something. Oh yeah, I see. Also, I once went to get a Pepsi. You probably know what will go wrong. Ate the can. No, actually, what happened? It's like, it's edible enough, aluminum. People chew potassium metal, right? Or is it? I think so. Yeah, at this point we can have an export variable um terrain texture, which will be an image texture. Yes. Yeah, this will work so well. I opened it and it exploded so tall that it went over the fridge door. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Remember, this was like 5 to 6 from me, so I was short. Yeah. There's not too much you can do to avoid that sometimes with sodas, especially if you're not like the one handling it. Did you see the picture I sent you? No, let me look. Let me get Discord going. Oh, I remember finally taller than my mom at a young age. It's finally happened. I remember one time I was preparing one of those mac and cheese. I don't know, it was like Velveeta or something, but it was like you put it in the microwave with water and the cheese packet and it turns into mac and cheese. But I remember once I didn't put the water in it and it turned into like a crispified ash husk of mac and cheese and plastic. And it smelled so bad it like completely ruined the microwave. Yeah, it's very American experience. I passed her by an inch, found it at the doctor's yesterday. Congrats. I'm glad you're able to learn from my mistakes, Dino. Don't do it. Or don't forget it. Don't forget it. If you do, will never be redeemed. I have a cheese story too, and a gum one too. Cheese story time. Oh wait, hold on. Wait. Maybe not, Dino. Hold on, is that even allowed on Twitch? God, Twitch has such like arbitrary rules. Well, not arbitrary, but like random. Out of the blue. Okay. Why? Why do people do that? Yeah, I mean, I guess according to Twitch TOS, you can't have an account under 13. So, you know that? Harbricks has been approved for release by Steam. Nice. Congrats. I think I will be this year. Yes, and then your parents will give you control over the account. Then they will give the account to you. Professional Twitch lawyer, okay? Not just a lawyer, a professional lawyer, okay? That's how you know it's real. That's how you know it's legit if you're a professional one. And for the story. Cheese story. Cheese. Oh wait, yeah, okay. Well, I might be like ruining your story or like stealing your idea some like through the spirit realm here. But I have in the past been known to just get like craft singles and just, you know, just consume them like a normal human, non-reptilian, mammalian human. So I looked at my cousin at some point in time and I wanted melted. Oh no, melted cheese! The melted cheese moment. I know people who will melt cheese in a microwave as a dish, which I respect it. I mean, it's like the chocolate milk thing. So I grabbed a plastic Minion cup. Oh no. Minion the Minion. Oh no. Put cheese in it for 3 minutes. God, Dino. You're gonna make a molten rock. A Minion molten rock of cheese. Did it calcify? Did you have like a petrified Minion at that point? Oh god. My mom smelled smoke. There is like 10 major opportunities in your developmental years in the modern day first world country household. 10 opportunities where you could just die or destroy the house or do something catastrophic. And you have to get lucky all 10 times to like make it through. It's the gauntlet. And the cup had half melted and the cheese was completely black. Oh, that sounds similar to my mac and cheese story. Yeah, that's gotta learn somehow. Maybe you could like chemically process it down so you could like have a souvenir. So it's not like so it's chemically stable. So it doesn't biodegrade. You'd be like, hey, this is the time I made this monstrosity. Another story, another one? Do you have another one? Yeah, I think we can say at this point. Images.append terrain texture get image. Perfect. Cannot access non-static variable terrain texture from the static. Wrong. Actually, correct. That's fair. So my cousin, me and him had gum. Kids and gum don't mix well. Yeah, that's fair. What is the best gum? Gotta make a gum tier list at some point. Someone write that down. Create from images. Images? That should be good. We put it on our hair and pulled it off. We were like, it didn't stick. Let's do it more and more. Oh no. Yeah, that doesn't sound like sounds like it's doomed to go wrong. Yeah, okay, this approach actually makes things way easier than I thought. Because I don't have to worry about like making any of the editor scripts or anything like that. This is like a very elegant way to accomplish this. And one time we held it down too hard. Oh no. Oh no. It merged. It merged. My mom had to spend 2 hours getting the gum out of her hair. Yeah. Unfortunate. Our hair. Yeah. Hold on, let me see if we can get a visual representation of that gum in hair. What would that even look like? Hmm. Yeah. I mean, if you're like a chemist or something or have like advanced industrial knowledge, I feel like those kinds of situations are much more easily solved. Like one person might spend hours like trying to comb it out or something, but then another person might just be like, "Here, use this industrial adhesive dissolvent mix thing and like fix it." And in the end, it was all okay. Yeah, yeah, could have been worse for sure. Sounds like the good ending, all things considered. Another story, Dino. You're giving us so much content. Hmm. Oh, okay. Texture index. Okay, I think we might need a normal post initialize function as well. What the hell? So out of all my cousins, I was the responsible one and the favorite. Mm-hmm. And that should be the object instance. That should be fine. During this time, I still lived with my cousin, and I was in the room with my pets. Well, I round WD-40. Oh no. You found WD-40, I assume? Yeah. Dino, I notice when you correct something that you misspell, you will do it like this. Yeah. Which is interesting because I would do it like that. So I wonder, is that just like how you learn to do it through society? Because that's the way I learned with the asterisk. I learned to use asterisks. Interesting. I've never seen that before. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder why that may be. I wonder why I used asterisk. I was taught to use asterisks, and you were taught to use uh quotes, single quotes. Oh right, I asked you about this with the brackets before, also. Yeah, and they're to do it through Roblox roleplay. Oh, that makes sense. Like an actual calls. Yeah, you told me that before. Said we shouldn't use the WD-40. Me, on the other hand, what did you do? Like we gotta make sure everything in this area is maintained. Spray WD-40 on everything. Okay, and sprayed the animals. Oh no. Wait, there were animals? Oh, pets. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. They were fine. Yeah. Fortunately, it's not like harmful to too harmful to skin. Like you'll live if you spray WD-40 on yourself, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, still sounds like a pretty chaotic scenario. Later, my mom called me in the room and asked me why the rabbit was wet. Chester. Mm-hmm. Oh crap, we do need some way to like apply this. Hmm. Me and my cousin. Okay, maybe the thing I just made earlier wasn't even necessary. With me and my cousin had to spend hours cleaning each pet cage. Didn't even do anything. That's unfortunate. Me being the favorite of my aunts and uncles, everyone was shocked I did that. Yeah. Still have that WD-40 to this day, still filled. I see. Interesting story. There's multiple ways we could go forward from here. Hmm. That was interesting. Thank you for sharing, Dino. Yeah, I think we're gonna need some way to author this in GDScript. Author the multi-threaded tile creation. Wanna know a little secret? Sure. Sure. Maybe we could make a tile rule for this though. Yeah. I was a space nerd before I was a dino geek. Ah, well, you be both at once. Important to keep that in mind, but I hear you. Yeah, we need like some sort of processor function or something. But I was more with the ooh, pretty stars, and that was it. Yeah. That's fair. Hmm. Okay, maybe we'll try a little bit of this. It's not entirely sure how I want to do it. Maybe I could get the shaders in, perhaps. We could also set the tile data or something. I think it was my 8th of 7th birthday, my mom made a piñata. We pulled a string out to get candy. I still have the rocket probe up on my shelf. Nice. Nice. It was a rocket piñata. I see. What is tile data? Returns tile data. Okay, well, I guess we could pass that into our tile profile. Why not? Got any stories from your life to share? Not anymore at the moment. Yeah, if I think of any, perhaps I will share. Oh god, should we cache this? I guess so. Do you wish to hear a sad slash happy fact about Roblox? Sure. Are we able to get the material from this? I hope so. So then we can say tile data perfect. Okay. That shader set shader parameter set shader parameter terrain textures to texture array. A person working for Roblox died to cancer, so they changed the logo to his favorite color, blue. I see. That's an interesting fact. And I hate the new logo, like the Cheez It. Yeah. Uh I mean it's certainly more like modern looking, but like, I don't know. I guess I don't really have too much of a preference. I don't like how they changed the name of games to experiences. I feel like experience isn't the best word. Maybe like not world. Like project maybe, I don't know, just like a better word. Memorial for someone who died. Did anyone hear him? Is the audio cutting out? I think the shape of the logo also related, or was it just them changing the color? Gotcha, Dino. Okay, I see. So we can still criticize the shape without looking like terrible people. Thank God. I love the color blue though. Oh, the color blue, I love it so much. I mean, it's nice they did that. I saw you had Roblox on your desktop. I'm a blocker. Bloxer. I'm a bloxer. Okay. I'm a Bloxian for sure. Perhaps, I know. Okay, well I guess we could start like creating a shader. I'll just put it on like Meadows for now. Because Meadows is becoming like our testing ground. The game we can play. Yeah. Where is it? Oh, grass. Okay. I mean, we could adjust this shader material. Yeah. This could become like one unified terrain tile. Or cliff terrain. Or until Steam gives me the game, I won't stop messaging them until I get the game. Alright, yeah. That's fair. How are you, by the way, PK? I'm fine. This is a surprisingly simple shader. Okay. Um, uniform sampler 2D array. What did I decide to call it? Terrain textures. Terrain textures. Just fine. Yeah. There's a free game I've called Once Human. I played that too. Who died? Right. Yeah, we gotta add a new thing here. Terrain. We'll call it. Other than that guy. Yeah. Yeah, I was great, but then I learned of the plight of the Roblox developers, and now no, it's that I'm glad Dino shared that. Could have told them to keep the shape. Hmm. Villager noise. I am suddenly very tired. That's okay though. Still get some good stuff done. Sampler 2D terrain. How about indexer texture? Yeah. Okay, so is live going to see the chaos real quick? I will report live to you after these messages. All right, Dino. What's up, Redstone? Indexer texture. Werner Ziegler. I guess we could set it here as well. Indexer texture. Yeah, this is a much better spot to set it. Game data dot g dot spawner dot Uh, texture, get GPU texture, terrain. Yep. If you ever release a game on Steam, we should bundle them. Trust. Perhaps. Perhaps. Yeah, we could do that. I just ran out of water. Unfortunate. Hold on, can I redeem something? Suggest a poll. 1 or 2? Slash poll. 1 or 2? No. 1 or 2? 1, 2, 3? Allow additional votes. 1 Roblox ticks per vote. Oh my god, it's an auction. Alright, we're doing this. Come on, 1 or 2? Come on, guys. 2 is bigger. 3? No. No way. Just vote infinitely. Dino, you gotta get in the poll. You gotta do something in the poll. So there's a 1. We have a 1. Someone put a 1. 9. I have 20. 23. I have 30 viewers right now. Oh my god. So many people voting. We gotta do polls more often when people are in here. Secret ploy to make everyone expend all of their Roblox ticks so I never have to give anyone free Steam keys through a redeem in the future. Three, the 77% popularity. I win. Well, this is the answer. Yeah, you'll get them next time, Dino. You gotta spam the button faster. And sooner, maybe. I don't know how fast it updates. Yeah, let's make a new terrain thing. Yeah, right here. Create new resource, terrain, terrain tile profile. I'm gonna call it grass. Why not? I have 6.8 thousand Robux points. That's good. Keep saving. Lock in Dinio. I'm just better, IG. An 18.2k yawn, light work. No, geez. The fact that people already have 18.2 thousand channel points, I did not know. I would have guessed like 4,000. Okay, we should have a grass thing somewhere. Get a bonus for being a sub. Ah, I see. I see. Here, don't we have a grass texture somewhere? Tool sets, or Godot, game, sprites, tile sets, foliage, no, templates, terrain, grass.png.krita, awesome. Just save this as a grass texture. I don't know, spending my money every month because why not seemed like a good idea. Spending my money every month because why not? I gotta get an income source. I gotta get a job. Yeah, don't spend all your money here. Don't do that. Disclaimer. I guess even with 1.2 though, it's still give you €5 a month. Uh, do you need IRL money for bits? I think so. What the hell? See my thumbnail work that I've done with the pointing face. I should make that an emote. How long till you can take it out? Oh god, Redstone. I don't know. I don't even think I've breached the $25 mark yet. Twitch. Let me see. Whoa. Oh my god, jump scare. Thank you for the cheer, Redstone. I appreciate it. Let me see. Uh Community. Wait. Analytics. Right now it says 2392. But you know, I have to wait. It updates like every month. But yeah, I have to get $50 before I can withdraw, so at 13 I was a paperboy. Making bank. Crazy. Alright, let me export this as PNG, grass texture PNG. Don't store the alpha channel. 160 pounds a month. Oh wow, yeah. Like 200 US. That is major bank for sure. Rain texture. Image texture 2D, is that what we need? No? Grass texture, what is this? Compressed texture 2D? What just texture 2D? Why can't I search? I think it would be in sprites, tile sets, terrain, grass texture. Here we go. Okay. I do chores for money, and I can't even use my money because we were broke at the moment. Unfortunate. I just spent my money while I got it. Yeah. Yeah, I too am not extremely rich. By the way, PK, what's up? Also, by the way, ad break in 52 seconds. I'll be rich when I run 5 billion ad breaks. Could you do another trailer review? Sure. After the break, probably. Unless you want me to not stream it. Yeah, I'll look at the link after the break. Why is my icon different? My cursor. It's hacking my cursor. Oh no. Okay, why don't we say vector4 b equals texture. I was sub for a damn reason. Yeah. Just don't break. Yeah. Probably not Dino if it involves you putting it in chat, because that's a lot of words. But if you want to actually read it, then yes. And I will tell you after the break, Mariano. I'm sorry, it's starting. I can't stop it. I can't stop it. Oh God. Oh no. Okay, be back in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. All right, we're back. Yes, I must comply with Jeff Bezos. Good luck, Dino. So yeah, the way it works, and I will do the trailer after this. It will be done. Um, so it's actually a sprite, a giant sprite that goes over the tile map, and we're writing to a texture to basically generate different effects. I can turn down the amount of fire or electricity. And these can also be controlled independently with different textures, so that allows us to like set things on fire and electrocute them, or do both. I don't want to read 450 pages. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of pages. So it's not part of the tile map. Not like, yeah, not in the same way that the tiles are. I might move it over though at some point. There you go, Dino. Always the right answer. No, that's not true. That's not actually true. Do we need a vector 3 for this? Peak entertainment, indeed. This is the best stream ever created, ever, anywhere, ever. Makes sense? Good. Okay, this is gonna mess a bunch of stuff up, I think. Which is fine, we're testing it. Being tested. The tiles that are affected are baked in the PNG. No, the texture is updated in real time. We're sending data to the GPU. Also, let me go over and see what's happening. All right, Dino. Say hi. Yeah, let me look at the trailer now, Redstone. Oh, is this a new one? A new trailer. Just a rework? Okay. Let's see. Wait, let me restart. Okay, so you got rid of the best part. No. It's good you got rid of that. That's an improvement. Again, I think the pacing is pretty good. I think you're showing a lot of what you have in the game, which is good. I think you need more in the game, and you need to show more things. Yeah, no PK at the end. That's like the biggest crime here, really. Um, I feel like the resolution isn't very high. Maybe that's just my internet. Maybe those are my settings. So I'm not gonna. The logo font very hard to read. That is something you could consider, Redstone. I wouldn't say it was difficult for me to read, but yeah, Mariano saying it's difficult to read. So maybe it is. Maybe you want to change that somehow. I'm not sure. Or you can take the disposition that it is a skill issue. Um, Your choice. What else? Hmm. Yeah, I think basically the stuff I was saying before is still the same. I think the intro is a little more concise, but like here, let me do the precision, the frame by frame dismantling, epically owning the Carbricks trailer, epically owning and dismantling Carbricks trailer. Here we go. All right, here we go. We're gonna react. Why is there no contrast? And you see, this block is, you can't see anything going on with the background. Like, what, you just want ghost blocks in this game? This is so stupid. No, I'm sorry. Green? Oh, now you're good. Oh, you could have used green for the terrain. You're confusing colors here. Okay. No, the thing I wanted to mention. Yeah, no, those aren't actual issues. It's fine. I was making fun of like the angry react meta where you just immediately go through and like straw man the entire thing. I wanted to do that. But this part though, like the music happens like this transition I feel like needs to be less abrupt or just immediately start the music right when the thing begins. Or if you're trying to do some sort of like anticipatory thing, then like uh I guess have it flow better. That's really all I can say. But yeah, that's like one specific thing I noticed. If you're looking for things I think you could improve. Well, Black Boy says hi, what did I miss? We looked at the trailer, which has been improved. Gonna watch it? Do it. But I am excited. I like the direction you're taking the game, Redstone. Okay, I want to mine iron in Carbricks. Okay, I want to transport the iron. We've all wanted to do this at some point. I want to test it again at some point. Yeah, if I go to the tile set, let's see. The grass is now empty. So is the other one should be as well. The ones that use this shader. So snow. Yep. That might be all of them, actually. It's a lot better so far. Getting some good, I hope you're getting some feedback you can work with, Redstone. That would be nice. Okay, well, at the very least, our terrain texture should work now. Missed the PK jump scare at the end. Dino's biased. Okay. I'm biased. Everyone in this stream is biased for that specific thing. Okay, the modulates are still working. What the hell is going on here? This is bullshit. Did I set the profile? Oh, I might not have set the profile. Yeah, okay. What the hell? No, not audio effect EQ. Insane. What if you add and a special word from PK421 and play the clip? I think it would. No one's gonna know who I am. There's no marketing value. Just like you could do like a meme thing, maybe. Maybe if I become like the most successful streamer of all time, then it could be justified. Because like, whoa, it's like, you know, Kai Cenat, uh, Ludwig, PK421, you know, the greats, the highest viewerships, I should say. Get Kai Cenat to play the game, okay? That's why you would say in a special word, blah blah blah. People don't want to see that though. They don't want to see me like just ramble on about that. That's not gonna engage people with the game. Let people know who you are. I mean, I guess it could help me get discovered, but I don't think it'll be good for the trailer. I'm thinking it could be fit in somewhere, but not in like the main trailer, which is what I'm saying. You can have both. You can have the best of both worlds here. Okay, well, this should be the profile. Yep. So will the texture be set now? We need you somewhere in there. Oh, we can preserve this though. Float original alpha equals b dot alpha. B dot alpha equals original alpha. Just something like that. Temporary. It'll be totally cool and epic when it's done. Would have made an edit of you if you want. Dino, you could be the first fan clip channel. Okay, well the alpha is being preserved, but it's not doing anything else. Am I getting any errors? I might be getting some errors. I don't even know if it's calling the functions that we made from before. Closed out the editor. Damn it. Okay, we'll run it through the editor. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Now, if anyone wants to start a fan channel where they make edits and segments of the stream, please do. I need more engagement. Oh my god. And I don't think I have the best editing and social media skills right now. We need special looks and all that from you that I don't have. Special looks, like the rock face, and then like that thumbnail elements. Is that what you need? You need angry. You need confused. What? What happened? What did you realize, Redstone? Need Mr. Beast face? Okay. I can't do that. I'm not capable of that. And the cringy ob movements. Right. You can dab. Crazy shits. What did you what's the crazy shit that you that you realized? Making a new trailer? Ah. Inspiration has struck. This is like when Leonardo da Vinci thought about the glider. It's like, oh, what if I made a glider that could go through the air? What if I made one of those gliders from like the movies? Five Nights at Freddy's dance. Can't wait to exactly. Yeah. That's true. That's a true moment. Although I feel like I got pretty lucky with these effects that I've implemented because the volumetric it naturally just like works with like a volumetric approach, like pixels and stuff, which is nice because it feels like the way I want it. Like the blending with the linear sampling really creates a good effect. I need to send you a vid I thought of. One day you need to do it. All right. All right. I will make an edit. Okay. Is this an edit you intend to post on YouTube? Out of curiosity? If you do that, I would recommend making a new channel. Okay, because then what's going to happen? Yes, I give consent. But what's going to happen is if you get some people in your stream or your channel who are like, oh, I want to see more of this person's stream stuff, and then, that's what they come there for, then you won't be able to upload dinosaur stuff because they won't be interested in it. So I would recommend making a new channel and posting it there. But, your choice. I'm just like telling you that before you do it. Well, PK clips. Yes, anyone has my full permission to bring more viewership to my channel. Wait, did you just make this? This is just brand new? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so true. Yeah, I need a pyramid scheme of people making content. Wait, it didn't work. Oh, right. If p equals null, continue. Okay, try that. Dino, your first. Maybe I'll make this into a YouTube short. Maybe I'll do it first, but maybe your first clip can be mac and cheese gone horribly wrong. Hashtag science experiment. Hashtag Neil deGrasse Tyson. Hashtag Mark Rober. Got the full dance? Oh, I see. Hashtag Fortnite. Yeah, exactly. I need to see this. That's true. This is a true moment. No, I don't keep up with like Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. Unfortunately. Never even played it. Never even played the game. I'm not even a fake fan. I'm not a fan at all. What? Wrong. Get tiles count on a null instance. Okay. Really? If source equals null, continue. Or I could, or you could do a different answer. That's fire. I could end it to you now or later. Are you asking me to do Five Nights at Freddy's dances? I will do no such thing. You're gonna have to find a different category of content. I don't have the skill sets for that. I'm not a Five Nights at Freddy's dancer. Okay. 0 years of experience in that industry. Just see it, it's amazing. I watched the videos you sent. Okay, there's another one. Yeah, this requires like coordination and practice, okay? You're asking too much of me. Is it gonna crash again? What? I will dig for Nancy. Can you? No, Dino. I'm not. I'm not doing any dances. All right, this is the best dance you'll get from me. The that okay. The no, you didn't dance. Okay, that's my dance. That's the PK421 dance. Did it just stop? Did it just crash? Maybe it's a C++ issue now. No. Oh no. Yeah, no, I'm not a dancing streamer. I'm a hardcore gamer. I will say FNAF music is the best music that any community has ever made. I haven't listened to too much of it. Perhaps you are correct. Although, I was gonna yawn, but fingers were preoccupied with this tag. Um, yeah, I know. How could I? Is this gonna load? You know, I can stop a yawn. I can stop a sneeze. I feel like I have pretty good control over my functions. One stream will make you listen to the best song in my opinion. Alright. One day. Okay, did that crash it? I think it did. I think that's what's happening here. Okay, run through here. It'll be so sad if Scalemarch dies from a glitch you can't fix. That would be sad. No! Terrain? Do we not have terrain? Oh. Oh. Okay. The thing hasn't been initialized yet. Where is it being called? Initial generation. And that's when we create it. Okay. Can we put this in enter tree instead? Wait, no, I don't know if we can control the order in this way. Use OBS Studio to stream? Yes, I do. Maybe initialize? One day I must see your setup? Yeah. Maybe one day I'll show it. Yeah, getting the timing right on this is proving to be more difficult than I thought. Maybe I should connect it to the start button. Yeah, that could help. Is it dark out for you? Yes. See, I didn't even have to look out the window because I have this advanced ability that I just gained recently where an object will disappear, go out of my vision, and I know it's there. I know it's still there. Is it like 10:55 for you? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna time this. Shoot. Well, I guess I could just do this after the first loop. Okay. I don't know if that would fix it though. But we can turn this into a single function, initialize. I can go to the canvas. Unpause. Okay. Game data dot game dot spawner dot tilemap dot initialize. Not the most ideal setup. So you, like, in the USA, it says address live. Oh, yeah. That would be bad. That would be bad. Have a ever annoyed you even a little? Are you asking if you've annoyed me ever even a little? Is that what you're asking? Everyone I've interacted with has annoyed me a little bit, at least at some point. I feel like everyone has that to some degree. But, like, I don't think you. I would say you're, like, welcome here in this community. Like, everyone is annoying at times. I'm annoying at times. Um, but that's just how people are. That's just people to a certain extent. And it's not like enough to say, "Oh, well, get out of the community." Yeah, it's kind of just life. I mean, really, the more important thing I try to look at is like the moral circumstances or like the moral outcomes of one's actions, and you're not like an immoral entity in the stream. Or, I mean, sometimes I will make slightly more intuitive decisions there. Like, if someone is just being like a shithead to other people in chat or me, then I will just like ban them. Because I'm trying to create a, good community. And I guess it is a moral failing if you're being a shithead, so technically, still qualifies. But no, it's like, I mean, it's like asking if someone enthusiastically shows you something they worked on, like, oh, are they doing something wrong? Well, it's like, no, not really. By the way, I get off of school early tomorrow because I don't have live classes. I got cyber. I just need to do some work and I'm free. Well, if you can make it, that's, fantastic. If you can't, all good. Whatever you want to do. Okay. Huh. Huh. Hmm. I don't see any keys here. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Oh, it's fire and electricity. That might be correct. Wait. Oh, that's I did a CPU data layer. Whoops. Bad terrain here. Sometimes in life nothing feels real. Right now all I hear is you, my typing, and the fan. I mean, really all we have is like our eyes, our ears, and like our sense of touch, which defines our reality. You know, we only have so many faculties to perceive the world. It's really dark in my room. I'm gonna turn my TV off. Sensory deprivation experiment? Oh my god. Kinda. This kinda works. Okay, well, this is the idea. So then once we get this for all the other textures, we should be able to start blending between them and getting rid of this. But I'll probably do that next stream because I've been going for a while now. And I do want to end stream. So I'll probably do that. If we have enough people, hopefully, I can do a raid. Okay. We will not be doing a raid. Um, but good stuff. Good stuff. All right, I'm gonna end here. So thank you for stopped in. Thank you, Dino. Thank you, Redstone. Thank you, Mariano. Thank you, the fan Wiggles. Thank you, everyone else. If I didn't say your name. God, I can only see my bed, kind of, my laptop, and my TV's red dot. That could be like an interesting experiment to do. Just like I'm gonna go in one of those little pods with the water, or you just sit in it and there's nothing else. I want to try that sometime. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. So thanks again, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow at 12, unless I change the schedule. But I don't have any plan to. I thought some clothing was a man. Happens. All right, Dino. See you later, and see you later, everyone else. Take care.